Here, yo. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. All right, let me make sure we're good to go before I kind of get into this. Alrighty. Let's see. Test. Oh, all right, cool. Chat's working. Famila, good morning. Good morning. Hope your travels went well. All right, can you let me know if the audio is good, fam bam, so I can hop on into this stuff. Looks good on my end. All right, audio's good. Perfect. Let's hop on into it then. Let us continue. All right, so on my travel setup today, hopefully everything goes smoothly. We'll see. Hopefully it's not lagging because I got new internet, so hopefully internet works. Let me know throughout the stream if it's good because I'm testing this internet at the same time. So let's just, all right, first things first. We have news today, 8:30 in the morning Eastern, and we have core PPI, the PPI. It's going to be inflationary numbers. Yeah. Then we have Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, unemployment claims. So a plethora of news events at 8:30 in the morning in about an hour and 15 minutes. So we'll see. I'm not too worried about this number here. We already kind of got the big boys out of the way, CPI and retail sales. So I'm just going to kind of trade like normal today. Taking a look at the Dixie. So I was traveling yesterday, didn't trade. So I am just going to kind of catch myself up at the same time. And yeah, it looks like the Dixie's finally going to push bullish here. If you take a look at these previous top outs at this trend line here, finally broke through with a wick. And now the current daily is coming down to potentially retest this breakout here to then continue higher. So overall, it looks good for a continuation up. We had the CPI wick retest of this breakout here, and then we end up closing pretty weak. Neutral, that is. And then we had this just pretty strong price action yesterday from retail sales. So as long as the Dixie hopping down the 4-hour can really maintain where it's at now, because that trend line that I was talking about on the daily chart, where it's right here, and we're now sitting right on top of it. So if we're going to expect bullish price action today in the Dixie, it needs to remain above this these current lows at 103.600. That's really, if it starts breaking back below, then it's not ready to go yet. It's back in this range here, and I'm not interested. So this is the last, I guess this is the farthest retest point that we got to see on the Dixie before we start heading up. Looking at the 1 hour, kind of just consolidating here. So it's looking all right. So that's going to be really the line in the sand for me today. As far as I'm going to be bullish bias on the Dixie, as long as we remain above this area here. So with that in mind, if we can maintain a bullish move with the Dixie, technically it looks good. We're going to look for a weak equities market. We're going to look for a weak gold, and so on and so forth. So let's take a look at equities, see what the S&P is up to. Go to the daily chart. Yeah, and we're still stuck in this range here, but it looks like it's ready. If the Dixie can get going here, it looks like it's ready to start rolling over, because I talk about this often, is when you have a bearish market and we break, we break this trend line here. What I'm going to look for is a double top to then head back down with this bearish continuation. So we had this current active bullish sequence here that we just had throughout the last few months. Now you're seeing that, okay, the S&P is running into pretty heavy resistance here at around 4160. Previous area that we've struggled with before. A lot of wicks, a lot of rejection here, and then we have this neckline that we're about to potentially come back down to retest. So you got this move up, pull back, move up. So you got this double top, and now what I'd like to see is a move starting back down. And the way the chart's setting up is looking very similar to 2008 and the 2008 chart, looking very, very, very similar. So I'm going to look for shorts today in equities as long as the Dixie remains bullish, and looking at the intraday chart on the 4-hour, looking pretty weak. 1 hour, so I'd like to see some type of retest. So this is the 2-hour chart now. Ideally, what we see here is we get some type of support found. We get some type of retracement towards maybe VWAP. Maybe VWAP can start like sloping down here. We get some type of retracement, maybe retest this the open of today, and then we can look for sells on the way down. So that would be ideal. I'm not going to chase the market down here. I don't like chasing this far, and the market's looking pretty weak. I think this is if we're going to start seeing a pullback in the equities here. This right here is going to be where we see it. So I want to see some type of retest, and then I'll look for shorts, something like this, back down to point of control maybe, or the lows of yesterday. Regardless, this is what I'm going to look at for equities today. Pretty extended from VWAP here, so we'll see what we get. That's the S&P. The NASDAQ, let's see which one's looking a little cleaner for us today. I assume it's going to be the same idea. Double top resistance here, starting to head down. NASDAQ's looking pretty clean, 30-minute. Yeah, so we'll look for something similar. I'm so far I like the NASDAQ over the S&P right now. I'm going to find some type of support coming up soon, and then retest towards the open, towards VWAP area, and then we'll look for the sells back down towards low of yesterday. So NASDAQ looking a little better. I'm going to set an alert up in this area. The Dow's not even extended anywhere. Dow's kind of just chilling here. Has plenty of range to go on this 2-hour chart, but not as clean. We have resistance and support right in this near area. So we have support right here where we're at. We have resistance right here. So not much of a range for the Dow. So not going to be trading the Dow. So ideal play today for equities is going to be NASDAQ and NASDAQ shorts. If we can remain bullish on the Dixie, definitely got to keep an eye on this Dixie level to see if because that's going to be the driver for the day. Let's take a look at metals. Commodities. Yesterday, you saw a bearish move in gold from retail sales. So looking at the daily chart, we were sitting in this consolidation, pretty stuck here. Pretty stuck in this area. And then we ended up breaking through support here, finding another temporary area of consolidation. But now we finally had enough momentum and volume to break through yesterday. And so I've been looking for these shorts this entire time, but there's just been really no clean entry at all. It's just been very choppy on the way down here. So I might end up missing, these shorts. Hopefully we get some more. I like to see a short continuation, especially if you see a strong Dixie. So where we're at for support right now is going to be the area that you're going to want to see break for shorts on gold. It's been a pretty strong area of support and resistance in the past here. Gold right now, currently, has already created its upper wick to retest this bearish candlestick, and we're starting to get some sellers in the market here. So now I'd like to see it start flipping bearish and pushing down. So let's see what we're looking at on the 1-hour chart. Yeah, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So what I'm going to have to see on gold here, it's the only play on gold because this is just absolute garbage, is we're going to want to see some type of break below these lows here. and then a retest and then dump, because I mean, it's just, how the hell are you supposed to trade in this range? You're not. It's fucking disgusting. So yeah, I will not be trading gold unless we get a break and retest of these 1832 short level. You know, and then we'll see what happens with the Dixie. If the Dixie does end up rolling over, then gold longs are pretty clean on the range here. Break through this resistance, same idea, retest, and then run to fill this move from yesterday. So that's an idea if the Dixie does start rolling over, because that's clean as well. Regardless, once gold breaks out of this range here, then we're good to go. Yeah, so it's going to add an alert and just kind of chill. Chill, add alert. It's like a fucking sandwich. All right. Let's take a look at oil. Daily chart. Just ugly, man. Ugly. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, dude, because when you start seeing price action like this, and you have these, like, you know, 3 dojis in a row here, it's tough. So really no directional bias here on the daily. I mean, let's look at the 4 hour to see if we can find any better idea. Shit. It's ugly. I mean, so you have your clear support right in this area here. You have your resistance, you know, up in this area, but it's not very clean. You know, we had a you know, twin tower break here, but overall, I mean, this is probably the most respected area for resistance. So we're gonna look at 80, but the range to the upside is not very long, because this is the daily resistance 82. So we broke through 80. We still have this twin tower top here. So not sure I like buys at all. Only play for me today is going to be sells for oil potentially. Let's see if they're even clean. Actually, sells look pretty decent right now. Because what I like here is I like the fact that we have the open here. We ran up, you know, dumped, broke through the low, and now we're retesting this breakdown. We're retesting VWAP to potentially start rolling over. So that's a pretty clean play, something I play often. But again, I got to be mindful that we're sitting in this just nasty consolidation with a lot of wicks. So, I mean, that's an idea. I mean, we're at the point of control. We're right at the point of control for the last couple of days, 78.81. We're at VWAP. Could be a good idea, but I don't know if it really does anything right now. Range to the downside, I mean, it's somewhat clean. What I want to see here, I guess, is a confirmation of resistance in this area. Close bearish, maybe a small retest on the 5-minute time frame here, and then start dumping. So I'll look for something like that. I don't want to hop into this right now, especially being stuck in this range. Not looking too clean either. So gonna just wait. I mean, everything just seems like it's just dog shit right now. What moving average is that? Oh, this is VWAP. This is VWAP. Right here. I don't really use indicators. I wouldn't even count VWAP as an indicator, really. But I mean, I guess it technically is, but I use stuff that's not really. I guess it's somewhat lagging, but it's really the average price that you know, hedge funds use and bankers use, and so VWAP is going to be pretty significant on indices, gold and oil. Yeah, so moving on to currencies. Pound yen, looking at the daily chart. Alrighty. Sitting at this resistance point. Yesterday closed pretty bearish with a wick. Let's see the 4-hour chart. Looks like decent sells. I mean, what I'm looking at here is you have your resistance. You have current price broke down, retesting that resistance here as a lower high for it to start rolling over. So this is going to be the ideal play today, potentially. But I don't like price action just south of current price here. This whole area, very wicky, very choppy. Not a fan. And I don't like to just take random setups. So I mean, I'd really have to see something like this if I'm going to participate. I don't have an edge right now in this chop, in any of the chop right now, really. And I don't like to just throw darts at a dartboard and guess. So I'm just going to kind of sit out and wait for something to set up. Pound yen not ready yet. I'm going to wait for it to potentially start breaking through these wicks. And then, because if you think about it, it won't be extended at all, right? The open's here. Move down, backside of retest near the open around these wicks, and then you look for a pretty big dump. So pound yen just has a lot of time to set up still. Yeah, just waiting. Pound USD. Yeah, so we have this trend line. Respected 3 times back since October. You have November, and then you have beginning of February. And so looking at current price action on the 4-hour, we broke through this support, retesting some of this move down, retesting this this trend line here on the backside, and potentially rolling over to sell off. So that would go in line with the stronger Dixie. So looking at pound USD here, sells look pretty decent right now, actually. A lot of wicks in this area here. So, in the next 28 minutes, if I can get a pretty strong close. I don't know, though. This 30-minute looks pretty clean for sells. So ideally, what we see here is we have this trend line here. We have this trend line here that we could potentially break, then maybe get a retest, and then we start dumping. So maybe I'll look for that instead of trying to anticipate the sell, and instead of trying to sell into support, I'm going to wait for a break through the trend line, a retest, and then I'll look for sells. So pound USD actually looks probably the best today so far. Pound AUD, yeah, hell no, dude, hell no. No way I'm trading into this I'm not even going to look at the lower time frames because that daily is just absolute garbage. Euro JPY, yeah, I mean, looks pretty decent here for the euro. Broke through this resistance. But if you think about it, and we have a strong Dixie, then euro shouldn't be that strong. So let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, that's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, dude. So, I mean, it's a very tight range, though, which is nice. So you have your range that you could just wait for some type of break one way or the other, and you get the retest. So, actually, Euro GPY, although it's in a nasty range, it could have a pretty decent move if it gives us that break and retest. So I'm going to sandwich this baby with some alerts. And actually, I forgot to add an alert on pound USD, probably around these lows here. So I'm adding all these alerts as I go through because I'm creating a plan in my head and in my bias here is what I want to see with the charts for me to participate. And so I'm going to add my alerts as it comes towards, where I want to, hey, come back and look at this chart to see, for potential entry and stuff. So adding all my alerts here Excuse me. AUD, JPY, daily chart. Nope, not interested. AUD, USD. So if the dollar's strong, AUD, USD is going to be weak, and we have actually somewhat of a head and shoulders here that we could break through this support, have a pretty strong move down here. So the daily's looking pretty bearish. 4-hour chart looking bearish as well. We broke through this low, came back, made it, retested point of control, and now we're starting to push bearish here. So 4 hours looking nice. 1 hour, yeah. So what I'd want to see here, I don't like to sell into momentum. I like to sell into pullbacks. So what I want to see is, as it starts pushing down, some type of retest, maybe towards VWAP, and then I'll look for sells with a potential strong Dixie. What's going on, Pablo? What's going on, dude? EU looking decent right now in the UCAD. Yeah, let's take a look. So AUD USD. I'll just add an alert right around this area here, just in case we get that retest early. Euro USD. Yeah, so I talked about this channel that we've been sitting in, this trend line here. And we're consolidating at the lows. We have support here, but yesterday did close bearish, engulfing below the trend line. Today we have an upper wick, retested that breakdown, and now we're starting to get sellers in the market. So if we flip bearish, we could get some momentum to the downside with a stronger Dixie. I'm liking... Yeah, so I'm liking where we retested here, showing a lot of wicks and exhaustion. 4-hour charts looking nice for a continuation down. Yeah, I really like this chart. We had these continued lower highs. Broke down, found support, retested this previous breakdown, so we should start rolling over here. Yeah, I mean, I like that it broke the highs, bearish engulfing, found resistance. It's just choppy in here, so I got to see if I can find an entry. I mean, I don't want to enter now, clearly, because, I mean, you have some exhaustion to the downside here, some support. So what I'd have to see is some kind of breakthrough. Ideally, we see a breakthrough of the open here, and we start flipping bearish. Then we get a retest of the green to red type of move, retest the open, and then we could start getting sells in. So Euro USD looks really, really nice. I just want to see bearish continuation confirm here, and then I'll look for a retest for shorts. Oh shit. UCAD. UCAD. Remove drawings. UCAD, that's what I'm looking for too, Pablo said. Yeah, so you're looking, yeah, for EU. Yeah, it looks nice. UCAD maintaining these higher lows. CPI came down to retest those lows, got absorbed pretty strong. Retail sales drove us up. We came back down to retest. And so with the strong Dixie, we should have a nice rally back up towards highs here. 2 hour looking pretty bullish here. 1 hour. Yeah, this is looking good. I actually like this a lot. We had this break of the trend line. I mean, shit. It's actually looking pretty good now. I mean, if I can see some type of like, damn, man. Let's see, where's the red to green? So the open here, okay, so the open's where actually the point of control is, so open's right here, the point of control. Actually, I actually kind of like the entries now. On the 5 minute, actually looks pretty good too. Get a retest where this previous resistance is, retest the point of control, retest of the open of the daily chart. Pretty strong bullish candle. So get something. Actually, UCAD, I might actually take an entry on that now. Shit, I gotta pull up the damn chart. All right. So I am long UCAD. Oh shit! What kind of? See, this is why I need my damn magic key set up because I just got in a super small size. Sorry. Really? All right. Hang on. Setting my stuff. 1 second. Cool. All right. So I'm long UCAD. Really? So what I'm looking for is going to be something like this. I'm only going to look for about 2.5 to 1. The moves haven't really been too aggressive lately and too strong, so I've been keeping them a lot, I guess, tighter. So we're gonna look for about a 2.5 to 1 here. My stop's gonna be below VWAP, below this support here. Wouldn't want to start seeing a break through this area. If it starts breaking through this area, this kind of break-in structure, in my opinion, I guess structure of the day and the momentum we have. So looking good here. Mindful that we could potentially come back down to retest this area here. So that's why I put my stops, low. I'm going to run here, but I do like the lower time frames as well to where we're at. So I hopped in. If we do come back down to retest a little farther, I might add USD JPY. Let's see. Yeah, this thing broke out yesterday. It doesn't look like it wants to give us that retest. So I don't really like it up here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'll take USD JPY if we get a retest of like the trend line or something, but that would cause the dollar to start dropping, which I don't like. So probably not going to watch USD JPY, but I'll add an alert just in case. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's it. It's my analysis. So I'm gonna kind of just wait. We have retail or sorry PPI at 7:45 or 7:45 now, in about 45 minutes. Gold just chilling. Let's close on NASDAQ. So a lot of just chilling right now. You have entry just below. You have a limit just below my entry. Yeah, I was looking at that. I assume you were probably looking for something like in this retest point here, potentially. Something like this. I like that. If that's what it is, that's what I was originally looking at. But as I started going down to like lower time frames, I kind of just liked where we're at now. And I liked how we were sitting on top of the open, how the daily flipped bullish, and we just retested the open of the day. So that's kind of why I took an entry now rather than waiting for that pullback because, I don't know. That's why. But regardless, my stops are low, so I'll probably add in that area if it does dip. Exactly there. Yeah, nice. That's a good idea. William, good morning, my friends. Good morning, good morning. Do-do, 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 do-do. Oh, let's see. Got to do a scale fix. See, we'll play with that. Let's see. Yeah, not a whole lot going on right now. That's why for GBP USD, you gotta wait. You gotta wait. You don't want to sell into this bearish. Well, I guess in this case, this bullish trend line here, because it could easily find support and rally, and you're seeing that it found support here. So that's why you got to wait for a confirmation, a retest, and then we'll look for the dumps. So, yerpy. Oh man. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get some. I like the 30-minute on UCAD here. It looks nice. Alrighty. Good morning. Let's see what they're expecting with PPI. PPI, they're expecting, yeah, I mean, surprise, surprise, because you saw hot inflation with CPI. PPI is going to be strong as well. So change in prices of goods and services are now going to be stronger, coming hot. So that should really push the dollar. I mean, that's because that's what you saw based off the last two numbers, is you saw hot inflation. Where are we at? You had hot PPI, hot CPI. Dollar absorbed the sellers and closed, strong. If you look at retail sales came in. Yeah, it came in a lot stronger than expected. A lot stronger. I mean, just like demolished expectations. And this is clearly good for the dollar. So now PPI today, expected to come in hot and heavy, should continue the dollar strength here. So let's see if we get it. Dude, it was storming its ass off here. I was waiting for a tornado to just come and take me, because I got freaking. I don't fuck with tornadoes. Like I'll do hurricanes all day long, but I don't mess with tornadoes. And it's like got Tornado Alley up the street from here, and it's like I'm just waiting for a tornado just to come and like sweep me away. Let's see. 8 minutes to hourly close, pushing pretty freaking strong. Coming into some minor resistance here. I can't do earthquakes. Oh, hell no. No. Yeah, I don't fuck with earthquakes either. Hell no. I experienced one very minor earthquake back, I guess, and it was probably somewhere around like 2009 or something. I don't know. It was in Maryland, and I was sitting there at like 2 a.m. playing games, and it just rumbled. The whole like house rumbled. I was like, what the fuck was that? Yeah, no, I don't do earthquakes or tornadoes. I don't mind storms or hurricanes. Like, I don't mind them at all. It's just, the stuff that, dude. And I'm, considering moving here, and I'd be experiencing tornadoes. Like, yo, what do I think? Oh, man, it's funny. 7.5 minutes. 2 hour looking pretty strong. So, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if we might just consolidate the next like hour. Because if you look at the 2 hour chart, right? The 2 hour chart, is pretty strong, right? It's pretty strong. If you look at the ATR on the 2 hour candles, right? I mean, they look pretty, they look all pretty similar to this. And we have an hour left in the 2 hour close. I mean, you do have like the abnormally big ones, right? I mean, you do have big ones, so we could easily have a big one. But I'm just saying the average, we have an hour left in this 2 hour close. I would not be surprised at all if we just saw, okay, the hourly close here, the next hour just shooting a doji right here, right? And then we get a wick down and then a continuation up. So this could be this play right here, this small play, just kind of analyzing off of the ATR and the 2 hour chart and stuff. I mean, this could freaking take like 3 hours to play out. So it's just, yeah, I mean, it's just like everything's just slow. The market right now is just slow and just, not that great. So, yeah. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. Oh, shit. If the sun ever comes up, Although it probably won't because it's fucking 6 o'clock here or whatever. I'd open up the blinds behind me because this whole side of the house here faces a lake, and it's so cool. Like on the sunrise, I put all the blinds up, and you can just see the lakes right there at the sunrise. It's really cool. It's really cool. There's like no sun. Oh well. I wonder. Oh no. See. Let's see if we can. Oh, the sun's out. It's cloudy out. You won't even be able to see it. Yeah, it's fucking cloudy out. It's gonna be ugly today. Alrighty. Let's see though. I do have a picture. It's really cool. Hang on, let me find a picture in my photo albums. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Like, oh, it's not gonna focus. It looks, well, you can kind of see it. I mean, this is just like a badly focused picture and stuff, but you get the idea. It's really cool. Really cool. All right. You cat, let's go. I'm gonna sit in this bitch all day. See what the Dixie's doing. Dixie, all right. Start pump and dump, pumpy wumpy here. Let's go. NASDAQ. Still waiting for a retest up in this area here. Gold being a bitch that it is. Oh man, there's that oil move. All right, so oil is actually doing exactly what I wanted to see here. Let's see if we can get this something like this would be ideal for oil. So I'm going to add an alert for oil here. Just doing what I was looking for. Oh, Euro USD starting to pull back a little bit. So just chilling. Chilling like a villain. I gotta put this on my story because it's pretty dope. Where we at? Damp. All right. I'm just gonna do it when I'm done. Can you back to oil? Yeah. Yeah. Let me get back to oil. You know, if you wanna pop your mic off, feel free to ask a question if you have a question on oil.
What's oil doing that you wanted it to do?
Yeah. So I'll explain my oil analysis again in more detail here. So what I'm looking for oil here is and it's not the best play to be honest. It's kind of me looking for a play more to say, I guess, more or less. But what I'm looking at is current price action. So a big thing I look at is is candlesticks and wicks and stuff. And so when I look at this area here, we have a lot of massive selling pressure, in this area here. We had, right? So then if you look at current price action, we had like these, I just call them twin tower type of candlesticks, but we have these twin tower type of candlesticks that had a massive rejection on the upside of here. We had this pretty big bearish candlestick right here. And so, what I'm looking for is now we have these lower highs. And so what I was looking at on the 4-hour chart here is we had this nice 4-hour bearish candlestick. This current 4-hour retested this breakdown, retested VWAP, and now I want to start seeing it roll over and push down. And so looking at then lower time frames, looking at the hourly chart. Hourly chart closed bearish. Oh, oil, just whatever. Hourly chart closed bearish, retested VWAP here, broke through the open, and now what we did here is we're creating a retracement. We're at like around the 50% retracement here of this move. So now what I want to see is I want to see oil just start rejecting this and pushing down. And keep in mind that with oil, when you have a strong dollar, that gives you a weaker oil. When you have a strong dollar, commodities get weaker. And so that was also one of my ideas. Is so if you look at the 15-minute, you have this bearish. You have these wicks here. You have this bearish price action. So now what I wanted to see is one more retest of this resistance, and then it's to start rolling over because you have very clean price action from this retest around in late London session here. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, is for us now to start creating some type of resistance here and then a rollover. So actually this is an ideal short area for me that I might consider taking a sell. If I do, it'll look something like this. It'll look something like, okay, we'll put the stop above these highs, above VWAP, take profit. 3 to 1, look for a run back down towards the lows of the day here. So something like that, and it's just kind of more so based off of the Dixie analysis than anything else. Although I do like this selling pressure that we get as we come into this area here, that you can see if you kind of zoom out on like just this smaller time frame here. This selling volume that we get in this area here is very, very strong. So yeah, it's something like that. Like I said, it's not the cleanest because if you look at the daily chart, it's kind of just in this nasty range. But it is what it is. That's why I probably won't take it. It's more or less probably just a paper trade in my opinion. Just like, this is what I want to see, and let's see if it plays out. Because it's probably one of those trades that I probably won't take because it's not the cleanest. I'm already in UCAD, which is pretty clean, looking pretty nice. Hourly chart, very strong candle, looking for good continuation. Euro USD looking for that nice play. So there's a lot of cleaner things out there. So I probably won't take this oil trade because there's a lot cleaner options, and it's just more something that I'm just going to kind of watch to see if it does play out the way I expect, because I expect it to play out pretty clean. But I'm just going to kind of watch and see what happens.
I understand. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Oh shit. That's one of the charts and plays that it's not a really good learning opportunity to teach anybody what oil does, because it's just something that I just want to kind of watch myself. Not the best teaching moment there. Let's see. Where'd my Zoom go? Oh shit. Really. Sorry, guys. Clearly, I need to do a hardwired internet. This Wi-Fi, well, speaks for itself. So, just bear with me. But I'm gonna just moving forward. I'll just use fucking hardwire internet. So hopefully we're back. Looks like we are. All right, it should be good. Cool. Good morning, my friends. UCAD's gonna be a good play. It's gonna be a nice ass play today because if you look at the chart here, so we have. So we have these lows, right? We broke through this high, which is the break of this trend line here. Come back down to retest that break, and then rally on out of here. So UCAD's going to be us. This is like an A+ setup in my eyes. Like, this is fantastic. I'm like loving this setup here. Actually, it's nice because that retest point is also the open of the daily candle. So actually, if we hop down to the 5 minutes, yeah, that'd be nice. Very nice. Let's see this trend line here. Okay, I mean, maybe we have a deeper retest. Retest this trend line potentially. And then we continue on out of here. So I'll keep an eye on that. But like I said, the 2-hour chart, we're now in the second hour of that 2-hour candlestick. So, yeah, we'll see what we get. Oh man, I wonder if I turn off the lights that we won't get this damn reflection. No, see, now it's like pitch black in here. Yep, that didn't work. Again? All right. Yeah, clearly this is not working. So clearly it's not working. I'm going to I'm just gonna hop off and fuck it. I'm just gonna get this fixed because this is bullshit. So hopefully you were able to see most of the stream, other than the couple of times it kind of conked out. But thanks for hopping on, everybody. It was a pleasure hanging out with you guys today. Feels good to be back, but I'll be back. I'll be back at my home base Monday, so we won't have to deal with this bullshit next week. Yeah, that's it. Have a good rest of your day, guys, and safe trading.